It is a pleasure to be with you on the news 6:15 with me, Kejang Henry Atembe. Thanks and welcome. Let's begin with our top stories. Collapsed building sends area residents at Upe neighborhood in Douala scampering for safety. A structural failure is reported to have brought down the 4-story building that was a threat to human life and health. Unlike many towns in Cameroon, Bamenda, which was once an envious town to live in, is suffocating under the weight of garbage. The garbage heaps have come to add to the poor urban and road conditions expected to worsen as the rains or heavy rains set in. And the state BIAC has introduced new coins denominations to combat shortage. 200 francs CFA coins have been introduced to address illegal trafficking. Those were our top stories. The news in a split second. You can hook up with us on our different social media platforms for consultation. We begin from Douala, where the 4-story building collapsed at the Upe neighborhood. That was, in fact, Upe neighborhood that hosts the recently inaugurated Douala Fish Market. Residents and neighbors were shaken by a quake when the 4-story building crumbled, affecting the adjacent buildings. It is reported that authorities had earlier warned the owner of the building to halt construction as a result of structural problems or deficiencies as well as safety concerns. Ambo Gladys Dibang is reporting that there were no fatalities at the time of the incident.
It was at 3:30 a.m. this Thursday, April 3rd, that residents of the Upe neighborhood were abruptly awakened by the deafening sound of the collapsing building. The structure, which had been reportedly built without a permit, had long raised concerns amongst neighbors and local authorities. Several warnings were issued in 2023 and an official site closure ordered on April 2nd, 2025. Despite these measures, construction continued, leading to this morning's catastrophic failure.
Engineers opposed it, but she kept replacing them. Days ago, we noticed a bended pillar and we reported it. The city council sealed the building, yet we had sleepless nights.
All of us came outside, even neighbors came outside. One neighbor was crying because the house was falling. We were afraid that the house would fall in our own compound.
In the aftermath, the site is now littered with chunks of concrete and debris. Occupants of neighboring buildings had miraculously escaped death, like this lady who sustained a shock on her arm after a chunk of concrete fell on her bed.
The house collapsed like an earthquake while we were asleep at around 3:30 a.m. We ran in panic. It's only now I do realize I have a shock in my arm. I can't lift it. Blocks burst through my roof and landed on my bed.
Shaken by the incident, neighboring residents were seen hurriedly packing their belongings, fearing that their homes might also be at risk.
Many tenants are leaving, fearing for their lives that the building might further collapse.
Emergency teams and city council officials arrived at the scene to assess the situation and prevent further danger.
C'est un immeuble qui a été, identifié.
This building was flagged as unsafe and sealed in 2023. Just yesterday, we sent workers away again and reinforced the seal due to the ongoing risk.
The incident occurs at a time when civil engineers, architects and urban development experts are meeting in Douala at the Africa Building Trade Show to discuss construction, sustainability and the security of buildings.
Meanwhile, the first rains of the season are already causing havoc on some of the secondary roads in Douala. Flooded streets, damaged infrastructure and accidents-prone roads are the concerns of the residents of Cameroon's economic capital. Sherifa Saleh takes a look on that situation.
The arrival of the rainy season in Douala is exposing the fragility of the city's road network. At Stad Sikam, what was once a paved road has turned into a pool of stagnant water, forcing motorbike riders to mount sidewalks and putting pedestrians at risk.
I just dropped my bag in the mud. It's really deplorable for a country like ours. It's extremely risky. No one is safe. A vehicle trying to avoid water puddles could easily hit a pedestrian. Living in our own country feels like an adventure.
In Bamenda, particularly at Carrefour Kaismando and Carrefour Valley Ambiance, the situation is just as dire. Poor drainage systems, even the lightest rainfall leaves roads submerged, making driving hazardous. Many drivers fear for their safety as potholes turn into traps beneath the murky water.
L'état de la route vraiment, c'est vraiment déplorable.
Quand tu roules, tu ne vois pas, parfois tu tombes dedans avec des passagers.
Motorbike riders have reported multiple accidents every day. With the rainy season only just beginning, the demand for urgent repairs and proper drainage solutions is growing louder. Residents hope that authorities will act swiftly to prevent further devastation.
And elsewhere, that is in Yaoundé, a local initiative to temporarily improve on circulation from Madagascar to Citywelt in Yaoundé has been rolled out. This involves the cleaning of gutters and filling of potholes that have been accident-prone. Beatrice Ingamo revisits that road access.
Blocked drainage, potholes here and there, so too more, especially when it rains. Circulation catastrophic. Only those who master the art knows how to maneuver their way through. The fate of inhabitants living at Kwaba village, or better still, along the Madagascar market Citywelt stretch. We always have accidents, bikes that fall with serious wounds. This provisional work will help to relieve the population. Phase 1 of the work has begun with the cleaning of gutters, blocked by heaps of rubbish, making running waters to seek way either in homes or on the roads. We'll finish cleaning the gutters, then we'll handle the potholes also, putting gravels and cement while waiting on the state. All material to that effect in place, diggers, shovels, and the municipal Codel team carries the act. The population should be patient. It is a temporary measure for all the minor works in need of attention around while waiting for all to be in place. A great relief to the population who are likely to witness a change around. Mosquitoes, deaths, and all, I think, for the time being, will rest a bit from all these deaths that spoils our lives. Like here, other strategic stretch in same subdivision are also to receive the same attention. The cleaning of gutters and filling of potholes, almost lakes in other areas to ease circulation and improve livelihood of the population.
And with the Clean City competition ongoing, the town of Bamenda is instead been under the weight of garbage. Even the middle of pavement along the Commercial Avenue has not been spared by the garbage. So this has come to add to the many poor urban conditions of the city of Bamenda that is likely to worsen as the rains are already setting in. Sherifa Saleh with calls from our Northwest Chief Correspondent, Annie Collins.
After the Bamenda City Council reportedly handed over some garbage collection equipment to subdivisional councils in the city to better compete for the National Clean City competition, piles of waste still litter the streets of the chief town of Northwest region.
We have been seeing the present situation, very happy with it. And we don't know why Bamenda is the way it is, whether we have been abandoned or what is really happening.
At the Azaya Old Junction, a portion of the regional hospital fence is almost brought down by heat from the fire as local residents try to reduce the huge pile of waste by burning. Efforts by town cleaning employees seem not to be enough to meet The increasing production of household and commercial waste, like in the town center at Commercial Avenue, where piles of waste from the main market are sometimes not collected right up till nightfall.
I would like try to compare the present administration with those that have been before him. Meaning, if you are coming to an office, you have that ability to consult those who have been in the office to see what they have been doing, to get from them exactly how they have gone about with their hygienic conditions in Bamenda. At least with that, they can better tell you what to do and what not to do.
Whether during the dry or rainy season, inhabitants find it difficult to cope with the situation.
As we are sitting beside the road, we are disturbing a lot because, in fact, as vessels are passing through, we are making it difficult for us to breathe in and out.
Much effort seemed to be laid on the administrative area of Upstation, where the only open-air resting point seems to be found at Governor's Junction. The filthy nature of Bamenda has come to add to the very poor state of urban road network the population has been struggling with for some years now, and which is likely to worsen with the beginning of the heavy rains.
Thanks very much, Sherifa Saleh. The Bank of Central African States, BIAC, has introduced new coin denominations to combat shortage. 200 franc CFA coins have been introduced to address illegal trafficking. However, experts are saying that this measure might not alone strengthen the regional currency. Details with Ambo Gladys Diba.
The Central African economic landscape is witnessing a monetary shift as the Bank of Central African States, BIAC, has injected new coin denominations into the economy. The latest addition, the 200 CFA francs coin, joins the existing 1, 2, 5, 10, 50, 100 and 500 franc CFA denominations, increasing the total number of coins categories to 9.
The first thing is to notice that we have the coin of 200 francs. And the particularity is that according to what we heard from the authorities of the central bank, these coins are more resistant, so they can last long.
The security and the eco-friendliness of this coin of our coins has been improved upon. You know, in the previous dispensation, we had cases where people will, some residents of other countries based in Cameroon will take our notes, our coins, and put in cylinders, weld them, and export to their countries.
According to BIAC officials, the newly designed coins incorporate sub-regional themes and are intended to alleviate chronic coin shortages, curb illegal trafficking, and prevent their use in gaming machines. The introduction of new coins is also expected to ease commercial transactions across the 6 countries using the Central African CFA francs. However, economic experts believe these benefits may be short-lived.
It will be very temporal because this is not the first time we are facing this situation of scarcity.
We expect that the central bank should do more, should think about more options or more measures to be able to improve on the strength of our currency and make it more portable in more consequential denominations. If we could have maybe a 50,000 note or a 100,000 notes in single note, I think such measures will be more welcome than we have just with the coins.
Speaking at the official unveiling of the new coin denominations on April 2nd, 2025, BIAC's governor, Yvonne Sanambangi, announced that 500 million CFA francs worth of new coins will be put into circulation by the end of the year. He further revealed that BIAC plans to inject 500 million CFA francs in coins annually, reaching a total of 6 billion CFA francs in circulation by 2030.
And a baby boy and a baby girl, each weighing 3 kilograms, were delivered April 2025 at the Gynecological Endoscopic Surgery and Human Reproductive Teaching Hospital, Krasher in Yaoundé. In fact, this has come to increase the number of children delivered through in vitro fertilization. And Beatrice Ngamo says it was joyous. One of the parents, or the mother of one of the children, is from the Republic of Chad.
Among the two women who have just given birth through in vitro fertilization at Cliquez to a baby boy and girl, one presented a particularly complex case. Aged almost 38, she has undergone several surgical interventions and myotomy 3 times.
Performing a myomectomy 3 times in the same abdomen, this is the worst situation you can have in African setting, because you end with a lot of pelvic adhesions. Even if you are a very good surgeon, you have to be very careful when you are going inside, even by laparotomy. That was the case.
The medical experts at the Yaoundé Gynecological, Endoscopic Surgery and Human Reproductive Teaching Hospital, Cliquez, were able to handle the situation. The second mother's case simple and well handled with IVF.
She just had many pelvic infection disease, and it ends with pelvic adhesions too, but not when it's not associated with the treatment of myoma by laparotomy.
The 2 babies born today bring to number the children born through in vitro fertilization at Cliquez to 515. The journey to put smiles on the faces of one-time barren couples today possible thanks to this gift from the President and First Lady.
Well, congratulations to the parents. And on a sad news, this time from the media and sports world, as the death has been announced of a renowned Cameroonian media consultant. We're talking about Fabian, Bobo Fabian, who was discovered dead in his home. Now let's visit that very unfortunate situation with our reporter, Ati Bonaventure.
Family members, friends and well-wishers couldn't bear the sad news of the demise of Fabian Bobo as they rushed to the Yaoundé Central Hospital mortuary.
Fabian was well cultural in sport and music. He loved to share his talk and experience with us and always called for respect of the another, especially for elders.
Fabian Bobo has appeared on numerous radio and television programs to share his expertise and views, particularly in the light of difficulties noted in the management of Cameroonian football. He was one of the most solicited consultants on radio and TV sports debates.
It's painful because he was someone very passionate with lots of expertise, especially in football. He is one of the rare consultants to master football without having passing through any academy.
Fabian Bobo distinguished himself throughout the last few years in a masterful defense of the Cameroon Football Federation in his attributions and skills in the management of Cameroon football. With the passing of consultant Fabian Bobo, the media and Cameroonian sports movement in general have lost a valuable resource person who helped to clarify certain issues relating to the practice and management of sports.
Thanks very much, Bonaventure Ate, and of course may Fabian soul rest with the Lord. That report draws the curtain in this edition of the news, in which you got information that the building 4-story collapsed at around the recently inaugurated Douala fish market at Upre, and of course how Bamenda is grappling with serious garbages, and how the Bank of Central African State BIAC has introduced new coins, 200 francs, to curtail shortage. Lee Piju is just right around the corner with her panelists for the debrief, the l'actualité. From all of us, it's goodbye from me.